Shalom, it's Mrna call. Before we start off, I want to give praises to the Father and the Son. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh is to the people ignorantly called God, and Yahushua is to the people ignorantly called Jesus. You so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, you are the Hebrew Israelites. So, today, this lesson, was sparked by a news article that I saw. And it says, birth rates in the U.S. are at a historic low rate. And, a lot of people are wondering, and they don't know why the birth rates are so low. And the reason the birth rates are so low is because the mark of the beast, which is those mRNA jump shots, is killing a lot of people. And for the ones that are not dying from it, they are becoming sterile in a way. And the U.S. isn't just suffering from this severe birth rate drop, but the whole world. Because all these elites and these world governments came together to unite on one goal, just like how they united on one goal against the Israelites in Psalms 83. They united in one goal to push this poison, this venom, upon the world's population. And it says worldwide birth rate warning issue for 2025. Worldwide. And this pandemic was worldwide, man. And, speaking about this brings me back to this. The Georgia Guidestones. And if you, zoom into the top, it says their goal is to maintain humanity under 500 million, right? And they say right now we have approximately 7 billion. So what do that mean? That they want to kill a lot of people. And they have been killing a lot of people with this venom. The poke. And they destroyed these Georgia Guidestones to try to cover their tracks. And, they destroyed these Guidestones around the same time that majority of the whole world was getting their first and second poke of the snake. M to the R to the N to the A. Now this is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So again, this was a worldwide thing. These elites came together, the worldwide, to push this venom, which is the MOTB, upon the world's population. So it's all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. And people that was in jail, they had to undergo the nose poke which was the T to the E to the S to the T. So this was pushed upon everybody. Say, mark in their right hand, which was the jump shot, and their foreheads was the T to the E to the S to the T. And that no man might buy or sell or save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And when this was going on, they came out with them passports. They didn't really push it really hard here in the US, but you had to have the mark to go to work, for you to want to have your necessities in life. Like you want to go to the movie theater or whatever, maybe you want to go work out. Well, you had to have either a negative T to the E to the S to the T, or you had to have your card that shows you got venomed up. And it's deeper than just getting poked. They're altering and changing. They change, people's DNA with that venom. And even though this was pushed upon the heathens, their real target is the Hebrew Israelites. And in the midst of the Hebrew Israelites, they really want the elect. But they can't have the elect, man. And I don't think we're done with all this, lockdowns and things like that, man. I think they want to take it a step further. More draconian measures. Cities on lockdown. States on lockdown. Trying to, quote unquote, quarantine you. Which is bullshit. But this is the tricks and the wiles of this devil, man. Not only Esau Edom, but the rest of these heathens, man. Because it won't just Esau Edom that came together to push this upon the whole world. It was all these heathens that have power and rulership, man. That's why all these heathens, once again, have to suffer the consequences, man. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And with the wicked bearing ruling this earth, the people are mourning. Hell, even you take it a step further. Why the fuck are you dumping all your trash in the ocean, man? The ocean wasn't created for you to just dump your trash in it like it's a fucking trash can, man. So, that's just, disrespecting the Lord's creation, man. Who even thinks of dumping piles and piles of trash in the ocean, man? Just, shit like that. Then you take it to the next level. You got the wicked pushing this venom upon the world's population. And their population trusts in them. So if you trusted in these heathens and their rule, then you went along with the venom. You thought it was good for you. But if you trusted the Lord, you knew that, man, I don't need that thing. Because what have these heathens ever done good for us? You take it back even to the Tuskegee syphilis thing. They gave syphilis to all these Hebrew Israelites. You take it a couple hundred years back before that. They poisoned our Northern Kingdom brothers' blankets with diseases. So it's clear and evident that you cannot trust these heathens, man, because they are your enemy at the end of the day, man. And the people and the earth is mourning. You even look at animals. They're causing certain animals to try to, what they say, are extinct. Just, they don't respect, the Lord's creation. They don't respect the earth, man. And if you look at what our Northern Kingdom brothers is doing, if they was killing a buffalo, they would utilize every part of that buffalo. Use the bones for arrow, the meat for food, the fat on that buffalo for hair grease, skin grease. So us Hebrew Israelites, we are cut and made from a different cloth than the rest of these heathens, man. Yasha Allah, princes of the power, man. But with that, hope this lesson was edifying through spirit and power. Of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, all praises unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Until next time, Shalom, Yasha Allah.